Superbooth 24. I'm here on the booth of Shakmat. It's very loud here. We are in the gym hall, and I'm here with Francois. How are you?
I'm fine, and you, Tom?
Fine. New year, new modules.
New Year's, new modules as usual, yeah. So
you released last year, I remember, your drum voice modules.
yeah, we released percussion modules last year. We teased percussion module last year. One of those, which is the Archer's Rigs, it's coming. I inform everyone, it's finally coming. June, production has already been hitted. So in June, late June, you will see the first unit hitting the store. Same thing for the Santos Gate, which was teased last year. We finally finished all the design, all the stress we had with it, and we should be done early July with this one. But this year we have 3 new modules, which are the Miscellany mk2. So the Mark II of the Miscellany was the very first module Shakmat released like 10 years ago, step CV gate recorder. We had the Griffin's Close, which is a quad attenuator recorder. And then we have the Ballista Blast, which is a full SYNTH voice, hybrid digital and analog. So I propose maybe let's go first with the Bishop's Miscellany.
I think this is really your king module. I think people know you from this module.
Yeah, because it was a really first one. So yeah, and it's a module from 10 years. It doesn't respond to all the standards of Eurorack now. And we thought there was much more we could do, much other good ideas we could grow to this module. So let's see how it's going. So right now I have this kick pattern, just a tempo reference. I'm sending the Bishop Miscellany into a simple analog voice here. We'll see after, it can do way more than this, but it's a simple way to do it. And I've got my keyboard going inside the CV gate on my keyboard. So I'm very bad at playing keyboard, but as this is step CV recorder, it will always go fine and go well in terms of timing.
So it captures the sequences?
It captures the sequence, yeah, and as you can see on the keyboard, I can...
Is there a maximum?
64 steps. So you can set the number of steps over there, clock division, octave switching, root note switching, and also a quantizer. Let's say we like the sequence we just recorded now. Next thing we added on top of this is the process. Process are like, for example, slide. You can hear, I can hold my slice, but I can also record my slice. Now I have a slice pattern on it, and by the way, my slice pattern is also applying an external recording. I will show just after. You get the gates length though. It's variating. I get the ratchets. And this sequence of ratchets, gate lengths, and slide are now applying to.
But as a reminder, the module was initially a CV process for clocks and so on, or?
No, the first one was a buffer of CV gate with a length and shift like we have here on the 4-bricks rook, and with random generation. But we kept the length and shift and random. I'm just coming to this right now. Because after the process, we got what we call the regen. And regen, there are algorithms that can generate or regenerate the sequence. So let's open a bit this. So first regen algorithm is a pure random. It's a density of note. And this is the range of CV you would put in a random.
Does it need input, or does it also generate without input?
It generates without input, because now I just have my random generator, and we will just...
I mean, does it take this random source? Is it, you need to first program something in and then it generates, or can you also form blank?
Generates from nothing. The regenerate algorithms regenerate from an existing sequence. So we have a second time of random, which is based on musical tables of CV and gate. We have an arpeggiator with a mode of arpeggiator, up, down, and so on, and the range of the arpeggiator. Then we have a pass, which is based on how a musician would improvise. Then you get a knob recorder. And this knob is like the threshold at which it will receive a trigger. And then we have the regenerate algorithm First one is a range, so you have a gain and offset. So there I'm just going to upper note with maximizing my offset. You can of course record what you did there. Then you have the speed, which will reach the sequence faster, and you can recreate part of the sequence like this. You have the rate, which slows down the recording but repeat the steps. Slicer, which is a bit the same thing as the length shift from the here. It's like when in a sampler you're doing slices and then shifting the slices, which is great for like a bit, I don't know, DJ style effect. Make this kind of breaks, for example. You have the random slice, with certain probability to change the slice each time. And then we have the remember, which is more like replacing certain steps by other steps. On top of that, you have a memory of, I don't know how much preset yet, but a lot because it's on an SD card. And you have also a pattern style, like a tracker style grid to organize your sequences. Meaning you can take any preset sequence you have and organize them the way you want to do songs or to prepare your live sets with, because you have two channels, independent memory reading for both channels.
But this engine takes the module in the new direction. So really new. It's more a sequencer now. Also.
It's more a sequencer. So what I aim with is the Bishop Miscellany mk2. There's this fact that usually in electronic music there are fixed sequence, mainly with modulars, and we play with the sound. And we felt like maybe we should also be able to play with the sequence, just do interventions or just remangle and recycle your sequence. It's also great for generative stuff because also some of those algorithms, and that's why there's so much, because there's so much applications that you can find with regeneration of sequence that you have to find different approach to make this possible. Second module we're gonna see now is the Ballista.
Very interesting one because I thought, okay, it's hybrid.
Yeah, it's hybrid because it's digital and analog. So it's digital because you have a digital VCO, digital modulation source, analog because you have filters with an S, VCA, LPG, distortion, and the VCA are analog. So the way it works is you have different engine. So what's an engine? It's the way the VCO and all the analog chain will behave. So the first engine is a classic engine, and you have different modes. So let's say with what we were airing just earlier, just let record the sequence. If he wants to, I know, I just unplugged the, let's. Okay, first engine, so it's a classic engine. Or can you associate saw or squares? You decide with this button in different way. And you have a parameter, you have a pitch of course, like in Shakmat modules that you can lock, and you have a octave switcher. And you have different way to associate those, like dual, unison, sync, or pulse width, or saw width. Then you got the filters. So you got a two-pole filter. Then you got a bandpass two-pole filter. It's similar to the one, the LP2, BP2 is similar to what we can find in Soundbox gate. And then we got a four-pole ladder filter, I think what we're talking about. And you have a distortion. So yeah, you see the point. So let's go back now to the engine. The next engine is the wavetable engine. So you have 32 banks of wavetable which are user configurable thanks to a SD card on the back of the module.
You can import your own wavetables.
Yeah, you can use Wave Edit or anything and make your own wavetables. You have a chorus mode on the wavetables. That's what the button there is for. And then to go to the last engine, you still have the same filter, by the way, in the wavetable engine. And to go to the last one, let's put the module in drone mode. And let's go to the FM algorithm. In FM, you don't have the filters anymore, but you have 3 microcontrols on different algorithms. And those algorithms, you have up to 4 operators, as you can see. So let's go maybe with the first one, which is simply a modulator and a carrier. So it's technically PM. You have other algorithm like this one. This button turns the parameter button into ratio. So I'm just doing a small turnaround of the algorithm. This one is pretty great for bells or metal percussion stuff. You have additive stuff. Yeah, and so on. Or maybe the last one is funny with noise. Yeah. So as you can hear, you have a very large sonic palette. Maybe to finish this, you have an envelope which can be assigned to the 4 parameters there thanks to this button. You have an independent depth of everything. You have a random generator, independent random generation for every parameter. Velocity input we can be assigned to any parameter with different depth. And of course you can create presets, otherwise it would be a bit more complicated. So speaking of presets, we have this one. So as you can hear, we can do a lot of different presets. Let's switch to, if you're seeing this on the laptop, you cannot hear it, like a subby jungle bass, like a belly sound. Algorithm with randomizations, percussion stuff, and so on. So 96 presets, select bus, and CV recall on presets.
Was it a challenge to create a hybrid module, because it's analog technology and digital in one tiny module?
It's one of, we don't speak a lot about technique stuff usually at Shakmat. It's not the way we brand the modules, but a lot of them are mixed module. Archer's rig, which is the hi-hat, it's a digital source, digital modulation, but analog process chain. The center, it's a filter, but it's blocks of filter we reorganize to create LPG, different kind of filters, and so on. The Banshee has digital control. The Gemini and the ILCs are digital control VCA. Okay. And it leads us to a new module, which is also analog control by digital. So it's basically, technically speaking, we would say linear VCA control by a CPU. But on a more musical point of view, it's an attenuator recorder. So what's an attenuator recorder? You have 4 input-output, so it's those attenuators, but you can record the movement of those. And if nothing is inserted, you can say you want a certain offset. So it can be linear 10-volt offset, linear 5-volt offset, of no offset, and logarithmic response, which is pretty cool because we have 4 outputs with normalized mixing. So you can create automated mixing with it, automated audio mixing. So let's do first recordings there. Let's take this for example. Okay, I'm controlling the filter frequency of the central gate. I get a kick reference now. And the recording can be free, clocked, and can also be clocked, but with the automatic recognition of the pattern length. So this is the case now. Yes, this is the case now. Let's do 16, and you will see it's very easy to do a 16 step. And now it's an attenuator, so let's put this envelope with go taka 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 inside. But also it's a mixer, so maybe I can add a second channel. And that way you can create very complex stuff. So then you have a menu where you can set the rate, the amplitude of your signal, activate the sample and alt, and also the way it's synced. One thing, it's the rate only works in free mode, but in clock mode. Let's remove this. Let's go to our first stretch with the tempo. And if you're going up, of course.
So there are 4 channels.
4 channels, yes. And the 2 first channels have assignable gauge, which are related to the way it's to the further movement, like moving up or down.
Okay.
Select bus, 16 presets, and
So you can save the movements in
yeah. So
presets.
recording up to 32 seconds, by the way, which means 16 bars at 120 BPM, basically. So it's intended also like to make variation upon very long cycles, for example.
So can I also save presets for individual channel? Are the presets for the all 4 channels?
Yes.
Or for individual?
No, it's for the wall module you're loading, the 16, the 4 modulation.
And you can change them on the fly.
Yeah, you can reach on the fly, and once it's recorded and you just overdubbing it, it will keep the same length. But once you erase it,
Is it possible to change them now in a sequence? When you play something, and in the next pattern, it takes the second preset. Is that possible?
yeah, with Harlequin's context, yes. Okay. Because it has a select bus. So select bus, for those who don't know, is basically program changed by the power cable.
Okay.
And so the select bus, let's try it that way. This one is on this one, because they're not on the same bus yet. Let's put it in the transmitter, and I think this one will be set select bus on, is on the receiver now. And look at this. Ah no, that's not on the same bus either, sorry. I haven't prepared this. Once we will have the full system, no, transmitter, okay, cool. Yeah, as you can see, I'm loading different pattern over there. And it's the same, but it's not of the same bus. Battering ram, Archer's rig, Ballista Blast, Santos gate, Bishop MK2, Harlequin's context, they can both, also one can be master of the other. They can recall select bus. Our aim is to finish, so we have different system here, if I can say those last few words. They are instrument system. This is more like analog system with more classic approach of the analog synthesis. This is like modulation system, modulation like miscellaneous modulation modules. This is stereo and quad, and this is a control system. And with the control system and the instrument system, we are very close to achieve this kind of full groove box in Euro rack.
Is there already a shipment, or is it coming soon, these modules, or are we still a bit?
No, it's right now we say 2025, which may sound a bit like far, but we prefer, because we know, starting now, we already beta tested the module, but it will need beta testing. And also the thing is, we have a lot of feedback from different users around the globe, and it happens sometimes, it's some feedback.
So these are now prototypes, basically. Yeah?
These are prototypes, really well working prototypes, as you can hear. But those feedbacks sometimes they need to rethink everything and to rechange the whole design.
So all 3 modules are for 2025.
We say that, maybe it will be before, but we don't want to say September, because right now I could say September because they are almost fully working prototype, just a few bugs maybe are still there.
But the modules from last year are now available.
That's the thing. Santos Gate and Archer's Rig, which are both from last year. Battering ram is out, clock out is out since December for the both of them. This is in production, so before summer it will be out, before the end of June. And this will be out early July. It's in production too. So yeah, those 2 are great examples of module. This one more for technical issues. This one was really with a lot of fine tuning and finding the perfect ways that suits everyone to make hi-hats. And it's because, it's thanks to beta testing that we reworked so much those modules, but basically it's, basically for the good of the instrument. So we're really happy to have done this that way. So sorry, thanks for the patience. And
Okay, so no prices yet, so it's still to be announced.
the price is there.
Of the new modules now.
Oh, the new module. So we're speaking around 350 for the both of them, around 250 for this one. Archer's rig is like 280, and Centaur's gate is like 350 also, maybe a bit less.
Okay. Thank you, Francois.
Thank you, Tom.
I wish you good Superbooth.
Yeah, and be brave with the sound.
And good luck with the modules.
Thank you.
And see you soon in the next
See you.
video.
Bye bye. Cheers.